Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So we take a look at the latest developments here. We did move up quite strongly, to be honest. This looks quite impulsive to the upside, so I currently carefully assume that actually the B wave, which I thought could come down a little bit lower because it's just more likely, or the wave 2, yeah, we discussed both options in the previous video, said short term, it's you won't be able to recognize the difference really. The only thing is that the fact that if it really is already in, yeah, this here, this low, that this was a B wave or a wave 2, then it would have first of all been very, very shallow, unnaturally shallow. There's no rule that would, let's say, forbid a wave B or 2 to only reach the 23.6% FIB level. I talked about that in the previous video, that it could be we only get to that level, but it is really, really shallow then. Nothing you would normally expect. But the fact that if this is the case, and I don't have absolute certainty here, but if this is the case and the low was already in, we should then move into the region around 17.3k now. And it would be more likely, in my opinion, if the low was already in here, that it was actually a B wave. Yeah, I mean, this is it's not exact science, it's not guaranteed, but if this is a zigzag, a so-called zigzag pattern, a corrective pullback, ABC, then in a zigzag pattern, the B wave tends to be a bit shorter than the wave 2. Yeah, there aren't many differences, but from experience, if it's a B wave, it can be short. So in wave 2, I would have liked to see a little bit more of a pullback. So I don't necessarily think we come down into these support areas anymore. We could theoretically still be in this wave 1. However, at the moment, I don't really see it that way because we've moved up quite a bit. There's always the option of having here an overshooting wave B and still coming down. So I might put that target area back on if we now break below the 16,730 level again. So for me, it's not off the table that we still are in this B wave or wave 2. Yeah. So for everybody who's confused, what you sometimes get, when you finish off a wave 1 to the upside or a wave A, you can get, there's some exceptions here as well, but I don't want to get into too much detail. But you can get an A overshooting wave B and another C down. That's certainly possible. Yeah. So just be aware of that. So it's not off the table that we still come down lower. However, we could currently assume the low was in because we've moved up quite impulsive since then, and the pullback was corrective. I mean, in the previous video, what we talked about, was that this move up is probably finished. This first wave, this wave A, that we expect a pullback in a wave B or 2. That happened. It was just very shallow, right? Unfortunately, I would have liked to scale in again a little bit lower with ETH, but it ran away basically. Let's see if it still comes back. If not, no worries. What's the point? We'll just find other trade setups, right? And I'm still in the long trade anyway, because I only took partial profits earlier with ETH. So yeah, but let's say we are in the C wave already, or the wave 3. As you know, I explained it in depth in previous videos that we could be in both. It doesn't really short term make a difference. What is the first target we would expect? Then we would get some clarity what the wave count is if we now rally to that area. Well, due to the very shallow B wave or wave 2, it is actually quite high, that target. But the very first target would be the 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah, if we only reach that level and get stuck, there's an indication that this is just a C wave and we will come down impulsively afterwards. If it extends to the 1.618 extension, then we're talking about $17,650. Then it's more likely it's actually a wave 3. And then we are looking out for the wave 4 pullback. Yeah, if it's a wave 3, it should go higher. Yeah, it would be unusual for a wave 3 to only go to the 1-to-1 ratio. So if we're looking here really at a 5-wave move to the upside, something which is more bullish, not necessarily, going back into the bull run, absolutely not, but something where we at least make a new high above 18,370, maybe into the 19 and 20k region, and then come down, then we would need a 5-wave move here. If we now look a little bit into the lower level wave count here, even already on the 30-minute chart, but let's just go to the 15-minute. Just want to show you something. So where we now get confirmation where, you know, if the low here of the B wave was already in, or the wave 2, as I said, both are possible, it is in the retracement now. So this is basically, you could consider this a 1-2 and possibly 1-2 setup. That would be the 1-2 of the following wave up, which is another trade setup. Yeah, anybody who missed it could obviously scale in here if you want to. But then whatever Bitcoin does now, it needs to hold above 16,796. That's the invalid, well, it's not the invalidation point, but again, from experience, if a coin moves below the 78.6% FIB level, any asset really, it's most likely not a 1-2 setup anymore. And if we add here the support area, yeah, then this is something where we can get into and reverse out of, and we would follow the path higher as already outlined in the previous videos, that I would expect here higher prices still. Again, unfortunately, this move down was a little bit too shallow, but it's probably already complete the way this currently looks. It all depends now on the retest, because, you know, you have your 5 waves up. This looks like a 5 up, yeah, of a smaller wave 1. But then it is always the retest, basically the pullback, the retracement, which gives you the confirmation, or at least the initial confirmation. The first 5 up is always only a signal where you have no idea. This could just be anything really, yeah. But yeah, that's where we are, and this level now needs to hold, and then we can look at higher to, first of all, 17.3k, and then we can take it from there. As soon as we get to that level, that is what we would then call resistance, yeah. The 17 point, I'll actually put that on the chart, that will be the first resistance. And then we've got, what did we say, 17,650 something is the second level. And if we see a very strong move down from here, yeah, then this could be a wave 3 to the downside, but I'll keep you updated. And it seems like we're already getting into this white area anyway, so this will be the decision. Again, at the moment, carefully assume the low is in, but without this confirmation, we don't know anything. And again, it could very well be we are still looking at a little bit lower, and this is just some kind of an overshooting B wave here, basically a fake out. But yeah, let's see, and then we can, either way, personally, either way, I would expect either a move up from here or then from the lower support area, which would still be valid if we make it below 16,730. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.